It's Laura here from B, and welcome if you're joining me in the Zoom room, if you're joining me on YouTube, if you're joining me on Facebook, it is good to see you. And this morning, Monday morning, bright and early, it's a little bit milder here in the UK than it has been. And this weekend, I dropped my son off to university. First child leaving the nest, and a friend of mine called it. It's not empty nest, it's we are bird launchers. And I loved that reframe of, that typical image we have of, that kind of stereotype of kind of empty nest and sadness, and it can feel quite negative. But and so I was coming into thinking about, okay, so what is it that we need this morning? And I was really coming to I was talking to people over the last few days, being in this time of year where we want to get things done and feeling like we can't come into that energy. And hang on, I'm just going to do some muting. And so one of the barriers sometimes to being in flow, getting into that state, is actually our relationship to ourselves. And not just the part of us because there's part of me, for example, that I really like, that when I'm in that state where I'm getting things done, I feel confident, I feel engaged with life, and I feel like, yeah, I like me, I like this, and I like myself. And then there's other versions of me where maybe when I can't quite I'm procrastinating, and I'm not getting stuff done, or I'm snapping at my family, or I'm just not showing up as the me that I like. It's much harder to be compassionate with myself then, and that's when I find myself almost sabotaging myself or beating myself up. And so our practice this morning, we're going to do this really lovely practice called loving kindness, metta. Now, this is a style of meditation that's from a Buddhist tradition. And traditionally, you'd be offering these phrases of loving kindness. So you'd be putting your full attention behind these phrases, and you'd offer them to somebody you admire, to somebody who you feel quite neutral about, somebody who you feel quite negative about, and to yourself, and then ultimately to all beings and all people. But we're going to have a slight twist on that today. So we're going to use this same practice, but we're going to be offering it to the different parts of ourselves. And we're not trying to make an emotion happen or force anything. We're just noticing what happens when we are in this kind of connection to ourselves, and we're offering these phrases to ourselves. And when I guide you through this, I'm just going to be guiding you in your mind to call up the different parts of you, and I'll invite you which parts to call up. And when I invite you to offer these phrases, you might find that you want to almost become that version of you, almost imagine, what does it feel like when I'm not getting anything done, Laura, or when I'm moody and irritable, Laura. Or you might want to almost observe yourself in that place, almost call yourself up from the kind of you that's quite grounded, and observe it. So see what feels right for you. If you want to offer that compassion towards yourself, those phrases from almost within that state, or if you want to offer them towards that state, if that makes sense. So I'll guide you through it. It'll make sense more as we're experiencing it and doing it. But just be curious about what comes up as you do this process, because it can be really interesting when we do this and we see what parts of us come up. So I invite you to close down your eyes and just first of all become really aware of being right here, that you've gifted yourself this time. Maybe it's by accident and you stumbled across this later, or maybe you're joining me live and you've made a conscious decision to be here. So part of you is already acting from a place of compassion and a higher interest for yourself. So notice the sounds around you and around me. Notice the beautiful bird song. Notice the weight of your body in the chair or the bed or wherever you are. Notice the points of connection between you and the chair. Notice any holding in your body. And by that, I mean anywhere that there are muscles that are switched on that aren't really needed right now. For me, I'm aware of my shoulders, and just becoming aware, I can just let go. Almost imagine walking around your home and turning off lights in rooms that aren't in use. Just doing something similar as you just scan your body. Are there muscles that are in use right now that can just be switched off? Noticing this body breathing for you. Noticing that your body is here and still and ready to receive whatever you are going to experience now. And in a moment, we're going to be offering a series of phrases to ourselves. And as I say the phrase out loud, you're just going to repeat it in your mind 2 or 3 times, finding a rhythm and a tone that feels right for you. And just allowing your full attention to be in those phrases, offering it to these parts of yourself. And at times your mind will wander. And when that happens and you find you're no longer here in this practice, maybe it's already happened at points in this moment, just gently bring your attention back without any judgment or forcing. So first of all, I want to invite you to bring to mind the version of you, the highest version of you, the you when you are in your best self, whatever that looks like for you. And it doesn't matter how often you experience this best self. Maybe it's just something that you've experienced in the past. But it's that version of you that you really admire and feel grateful for and feel the most loving towards. It's the part of you that is really easy to love and want to be with. And as I said at the beginning, you can either imagine that self by feeling what it feels like in your body when you're in that place. Perhaps your body feels open, your chest feels open, perhaps you feel taller, perhaps there's a tingling energy about that particular you. Or perhaps you can observe that you, almost as though you were watching yourself in a movie when you're being that self. Whatever feels right for you. And as you are with that version of you, that best self, whatever that means for you, I need to gently offer these phrases. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel loved and supported. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel loved and happy. Allow those phrases to resonate in your mind, directing them towards this version of you that you admire and love to inhabit. Notice and be curious about whatever comes up, and just keep your attention right here. And allow this part of you to fade away now, however you experienced it. And this time, I want to invite you to bring to mind a you that you feel irritation towards. Perhaps it's a you that doesn't get things done, that faffs around, that is disorganized, is chaotic. Maybe it's a you that's rigid and too controlled. Whatever it is, just a feeling of a you that you'd rather not be in contact with. Maybe it's you who is irritable, who's struggles to connect with other people. Just a you that when you think of them, it's somebody you almost don't want to be with. But allow yourself to be there, a feeling in your body, what it feels like to be in that mode, that part of you, or observing that part of you, looking at what do they look like? How do they stand? What's their energy like? Imagining that you're with them. And see if you can offer these same gentle phrases without trying to make an emotion, but just notice if there's resistance, just really being curious about how it feels to offer friendliness and compassion to this part of you. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel loved and happy. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel loved and supported. Sending these wishes to this part of you. Notice how it feels for you to be sending it. And notice how it feels for that part of you to receive it. And now I invite you to let that part fade away and instead bring to mind you as a really young child, when you were innocent and joyful and curious. However old that is, just see what image emerges for you. And again, you can picture that as you being in that person, in that place as you, or picturing that little version of you in front of you. We'll offer these same gentle phrases. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel loved and supported. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel loved and supported. sending like beams of light, beams of love to that young and innocent and beautiful you. Allow her to receive it. Allow you to receive it. And feel your love being sent and received. And letting that image fade now. And this time, recalling up an image of you in a time when you felt sad or lonely or unsupported, a time when you didn't feel love or you felt separate in some way. And allowing it to not be anything too distressing, but just connecting to that energy of you in a time when you feel that way, isolated. And again, perhaps feeling it in your body. What does it feel like when I'm in that place? Or observing it. How does it look? How does it seem to observe yourself that way? And offering these same phrases. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel loved and supported. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel loved and supported. And with one final sending of that beautiful heartfelt energy to that part of you, allow it to fade. And our final invocation of self is a future you. And this is a you who, if there was no barriers, if any of the limitations that you feel like there might be to who you could be, whether they are physical, emotional, spiritual, situational, any of those barriers, imagine those didn't exist. That you could become the highest version of you that's possible. Letting go of any sense of questioning or the conscious mind wanting to chip in with what's possible or not. Just allow yourself to call forward a future you who is the embodiment of all of the things that you desire, that you know deep inside you you're capable of becoming. Those deepest wishes for who you want to be in your time on this planet. Your deepest desires and wishes for how you want your life to be in this time. As if I had a magic wand right now and you were able to become that and see that and connect to that. That's the version of you that we're calling forward now. The parts of you which, because you have within you that capacity to know and connect and create, it's possible for you. So allow that to be as distinctive, as visual, as clear as you can. And perhaps it's just a slight impression. Perhaps it's hard to bring to mind a full vision of that future you, but just connect to whatever you can. Perhaps you can feel it in your body. How would you feel? How would you be showing up in your life as this future you? Or perhaps it's observing and seeing this person outside of you that you can envision for yourself. And as you picture this future you, this you who's embodying all of the desired qualities and experiences that you want in your deepest heart, send these same wishes. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel happy, supported, and loved. May you be happy. May you live with ease and grace. May you feel loved and supported. And now allow that future you, that embodiment of all that you are capable of being, to turn towards you and offer those same wishes back to you from you. May I be happy. Receive it here right now. May I live with ease and grace. May I feel loved and supported. Allow yourself to send and receive and feel this in your body. As we repeat one more time, allow yourself to receive it right here, right now, from all of the parts of you, and in particular, this highest version of you that already exists in the same way that all of those previous versions of you already exist. May I be happy. May I live with ease and grace. Feel it in every cell of your body. May I feel loved and supported. Opening up, and for a final round, sending to every single part of you, all of the parts that there are. We all have so many parts to who we are. Some we ignore, some we enjoy, some we feel ashamed of, some we hate, some we find irritating, and some we feel compassionately and caring towards. Send to every single part of you, the known parts and the unknown parts, those shadow parts. May all parts of me be happy. May all parts of me live with ease and grace. May all parts of me feel loved and supported. May all parts of me feel happy. Be happy. May all parts of me live with ease and grace. May all parts of me feel loved and supported. Placing your left hand on your heart and your right hand on top. And just breathe into that heart space as you allow these love and kindness phrases to expand inside of you into all of the nooks and crannies of who you are. Breathing in, allowing it to be received by every part of you. Breathing out and feeling as your body relaxes and settles the truth of your own deservingness of love, of grace, of happiness, of support. Breathing into your hands, sighing out through your mouth. Breathing into the space of your heart. Pausing at the top, feeling yourself filled with this love towards yourself. Sighing out through the mouth. Final time, breathing in. Pausing, allow it to build and fill and all the way up to the top of your head and down to your toes. And then sighing out through your mouth. Returning your hands to your lap. Feel the energy of your body. Notice how you feel. Deepen your breath. Gently stroke the fingertips with the thumbs. Gently push the toes down into the floor. Move the wrists and the ankles and take any movements, perhaps opening the arms out wide. Perhaps then bringing them and just hugging yourself, which might feel a bit awkward and uncomfortable, but just hug and stroke your own arms. When you're ready, just gently blink open your eyes and just allow a moment before your day continues. And see if as you go through the day, you can just check in with the different parts of you. And when you feel a part that you don't want to be there, when you feel irritated by, perhaps it's the people pleasing, perhaps when you're doing things for other people and you're abandoning your own needs, see if you can find a tiny bit of compassion for that part and just see what difference it makes to that ability to accept all the parts of you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I won't be here for a couple of weeks. I'm having a little surgery on my nose so that I can breathe through my left nostril, which I'm excited to be able to breathe through my nostril. Not quite so excited about having my nose broken and all that kind of gubbins, but it will give me a really good opportunity to do lots of meditation and because I won't be able to do any physical exercise. So I won't be here, but I have got some videos on my YouTube channel and in the Bee Community Facebook group. And if you're in the membership, there will be lots of curated content for you for while I'm gone. So I will see you very soon. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.